Just one more game for Josh Unis to win. Just one more game for the Sheffield Steelers to be victorious in, and the Elite League title was coming back to the Motorpoint Arena. The boys were serious. It was a hockey night in Sheffield, the final game of the season. But before that, something even more important, as we remembered Amy Usher. The silence was deafening. The girl was missed. But then again, we would find out later, she was there in so many other ways. When the minute's silence ended, the national anthem was drowned out by support. But then it was back to the hockey. A game for a championship. Josh Unis one victory away from the Steelers lifting the Elite League crown. The Devils had to beat Sheffield and then had to beat Nottingham in Cardiff the night after. But it would be the Cardiff Devils who would score first. Great work here by Andrew Lord, the shield. But Carl Hudson's shot went through the traffic. It beat Unis. And at 10:39, the Devils were 1-0 up. Again, look at Lord right in front. The only time Unis saw it was when it was past him. Cardiff had come in good numbers again. The Sheffield Steelers had to come hard. And they would as well. Ben O'Connor, great work. Look at the chance for Legui. Denied Ben Bounds. A burst of speed there from Ben O'Connor. Ram Myers and Legui had the best Steelers chance of that first period. Well, the best chance until then, because look at the pass. Fretter lays on for Mike Fearnley here on the backhand. Fearnley's all clear, and he just fans on it. Fearnley didn't get good wood on it. Bounds' glove makes the save with just 4:03 remaining first session. See it again, inch-perfect pass. But Fearnley just couldn't get on it. It was bouncing and bobbling. The save was made by Bounds again. Second period. Steelers would come hard. They would dominate this early stage of the second period. O'Connor was outstanding. The Steelers were outstanding. And a chance for Legui. Bounds again. He was becoming a thorn in the side. Look at this again. He takes this well, doesn't he? Watch how he controls this in his skate. And instead of going high, tries to keep the shot low through traffic. But Bounds just gets the pad down in time. Devils still led 1-0. Now it was the turn of the Mosienko line, and this line was just relentless, persistent, and this one shift just sums up their performance of the night. Chances coming. Colonetti, first of all, great save by Bounds. Mosienko, outstanding work to Saric. Mosienko again. Phillips has made some space, but Phillips' shot finds Robert Dowd. He shoots, he scores, the Steelers in it. At 12:42 remaining in that middle period. A little bit of puck luck. A fan shot from Phillips finds the stick of Robert Dowd. He beats Bounds, all ends up, and the Sheffield Steelers tie it as Dowdy finds the top shelf. Watch it again. Great work from Phillips to find the space. Takes the shot, doesn't get all of it on it, but he finds Robert Dowd. Dowdy shoots, Dowdy scores. The Steelers one apiece. That, though, caused a problem in itself. Great support from the fans with the teddy bear toss, but it took 10 minutes to clear the ice. The Fountaindale School will benefit from all the teddies, but the Cardiff Devils benefited from the break, and they had momentum. And they came hard at the Steelers. Unis had to make save after save. In fact, the Steelers just needed to get out of the second period. They'd done so well to tie it, but that break for the teddy bear toss just gave the Devils that chance to regroup. Just at the end of the second period, something strange happened. Fretter took a penalty. It was to be the only penalty of the game, as Messrs Hicks and Darnell kept their whistle in their pocket. They let the players decide. They let the game flow. The only penalty of the night, with 1:01 remaining. The Devils came hard at the Steelers on the power play. Unis once. Morissette had the chance. The period was over. The Steelers got out of that second period. All down, do or die, one period to win a championship. The Sheffield Steelers we're going to get that do or die goal. That famous goal. It had to be, didn't it? Jeff Legui who got it. Legui puts the brakes on, bounds denied. Tyson Marsh gives Bounds a bit of a hit to the head. Hill's pass, Legui's finish, the famous dance. The Steelers shoot, the Steelers score, and a championship goal at 45:01. The arena went berserk. Hill's pass, inch perfect, through the crease. Legui, who'd had to put a burst of speed on to get there. Watch this again. Watch Legui. Takes the shot, goes down. Look at Tyson Marsh now. Gives him a quick jab. But then watch Leggy. He's up and he's off. And he's off like the races. Bursts to the net. He shoots, he scores. It stayed like that for another 14 minutes. Timeout Cardiff. 57 seconds left. They've pulled the goalie. We join it in the last 10 seconds. Count it down. How frenetic was this in front of Josh Unis? Take a look at Jason Hewitt. He's jumping, he's counting now, and it's all over. The Sheffield Steelers celebrate their 4th Elite Ice Hockey League title. Tied now with the Coventry Blaze. The celebrations were just immense. 7,200 people in the building. Phil Hill perhaps the happiest of them all. Rod Sarich, a year off, comes back, wins a championship. Phil Hill, his first league title. Dowdy, that massive goal. Hewitt and Waugh, the battle of the beards. Is there a better player in the league than Matthew Waugh? I don't think so. Freta, Mosienko and Waugh. Ben O'Connor, who joined us from Kazakhstan. The stories of the year. The handshakes. Final handshake of the year in league play. The fans were just full of emotion. The building was full. The former sports minister, Richard Cabourn, presented the trophy to the captain, Jonathan Phillips. The beer came. Cabourn quickly got out of the way. Phillips was having none of it. He was sticking around. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Phillips and the Sheffield Steelers were the 2015 Elite Ice Hockey League champions. Listen to the post-game reaction from your Steelers stars.
Feels unreal. It feels unbelievable. We've battled like crazy this season to get results, and the games have been tough, and tonight was no different. We faced a very, very good team, and you know what? It just feels unreal. It's a surrealist feeling.
And it took an epic performance in that game to turn it around from being a goal down to coming back to win.
It did. They scored first, and I think we kind of deflated a little bit, just thinking, is this going to happen again after the Challenge Cup final? But we really dug deep. We rallied around, and Dowdy scored to get things back going again, and we just kept digging away. And honestly, this is the best feeling ever.
And it's a celebration not just for the players on the ice, the fans in the stand, but for the people who can't be here. You've got a very special banner wrapped around your shoulders.
Yeah, the last few days have hurt, and I don't think it's really still sunk in because, we've had all this to take our minds off it, but now, we'll get to the room, and unfortunately Amy won't be there, but there's only one person this wins for, and that's her, and, her being here really made this team gel, and everyone bought into her story, and what a girl. I can't say enough about her. If my daughters grow up to be like that girl, then the place is going to be a good place to live.
When you joined the Steelers partway through the season, did you believe that there would be a day like this at the end of the year?
Yeah, I mean, when you come into a team like this, I played for, a lot of quality squads and, a lot of playoff champions and championship teams. And you know what? I've never played with a group as close as this. It reminds me a lot of when I was at the U.S. program. We spend every day together. We always get along. It's an unbelievable group of guys, and it shows. I was lucky enough that, Frank put us in a position, it's very sad, what happened to him and, a world-class goalie, but he put us in this position and, I didn't want to let the fans and the team down, so I've been lucky enough that, we won, and it's, I don't even know what to say, really.
You came to the team as a bit of an unknown quantity to many, not many professional games under your belt. The fans have grown to love you in such a short time.
I mean, you know what? It's nice to play in front of fans that care this much about hockey. It's hockey's hockey. I might not have played a lot of professional games, but I've played for a lot of quality teams in my life, and you know what? It's unbelievable, really. It reminds me of the YouTube video where they asked the people after they won the Stanley Cup what happened, and you know, anytime you win a championship, it's pretty much speechless. I mean, you know what? These guys sacrificed tonight, and you know what? It's just amazing.
You've been a champion in Florida. You're a champion again. What is it about you? You're a magic touch.
I don't know. It's I like the game. You know, I like to. I think winning is why we play hockey right now. That feeling right now, that's what it is, and it's always fun to win.
A word about your coach, Jared Adams. He's kept this team going.
Oh, he did all year. We've been some up and down all year, but we stick together. And G was positive all year, and it took the last game of the year to win the championship. So it's unbelievable.
There's no better feeling than winning the league. I mean, it's the toughest one to win. You've got to be consistent, and you've got to battle all year round. It's not like the playoffs. It's a 2-week stint. You've got to be battling from day one, and I think we did that.
And the goal was fantastic reward for the team that played so well at the start of that second period.
Yeah, it was a great couple of shifts leading up to it. We hemmed them in their end, and we just kept cycling until it finally opened up, and I took my chance when I got it.